Hey, we're shaking things up a little today as I'm still working on this pretty massive video project that's due to drop sometime next week. But I wanted to quickly pop by and actually give a bit of commentary on one of the new implementations that we can expect in the Q1 of this Legacy of the Bretons year-long adventure. The PTS just dropped, so I figured I'd hop on and talk about a criticism that I actually have regarding one of these new features. Now, before you cancel me +L+ratio for criticizing something about ESO, I hope you understand that I'm just gonna go on a wee rant in hopes that this feedback could perhaps reach the right ears and maybe incite changes in future developments. And if not, totally fine. This video is more of a useful reference for me when I undoubtedly bring up this topic in my regular quarterly how to make stonks video for the upcoming patch. That way I don't rant in that video. So I want to talk about this new Dragonguard Berserker outfit style that is set to drop in the future. When I saw this showcased on stream, I was like, hey, that's pretty cool. Another way for us PvP enjoyers to make gold while PvPing, seeing as the community manager suggested that this outfit style would drop in the same way that those Nibonese style pages drop, from those vaults in the Imperial City. But then all of my hopes and dreams and other worldly aspirations were absolutely shattered when it was revealed that these Dragonguard Berserker style pages would be bound, meaning it wouldn't be possible to sell them for cash money. The devs proposed that by making these style pages bound, they would be more exclusive and rewarding to PvPers, thus potentially making the prospect of PvP more enticing to players that have yet to partake much in the activity. And at the very least, the sweats would have a chance to receive something exclusive themselves. The thing is, I actually don't really follow the devs' logic here. Let me explain why. In order to receive these style pages, you need to have key fragments on you. You can pick up key fragments from the dead bodies of mobs in the Imperial City. Take note, I said mobs, not players. You can also just purchase them from the guild traders if you'd like, or earn them from running these two dungeons. Once you have a sufficient amount of fragments, you can bring as many as you'd like with you, really. All you have to do is make it to a vault in the Imperial City. If you get killed on the way, no problemo, you don't lose any of them, the way you would your Telvar. Once you enter a vault, all of your key fragments will be turned into keys. For every 60 fragments on you, you will get 1 key. And for each 1 key that you have, you can open the chest inside 1 time. So, if you have 300 key fragments on your character and walk into a vault, you would get 5 keys, which you could then use to open the chest. 5, you get the point. I guess my argument here is that these style pages are not going to be exclusive to PvPers at all, really. Seeing as the currency that's used to be able to open up the chest that could contain these style pages is a currency that's earned from PvEing, killing mobs, not players, and a currency that can just be bought for gold anyways. The patch notes suggested that this is a means to reward PvP enjoyers because it's a look that can only be acquired through PvP activity, when in actuality, not an ounce of PvP is necessary in order to receive these style pages. While the developers pointed out that having a higher Telvar multiplier will give you a better chance at receiving a style page, meaning those that are competent enough to carry more Telvar on them whilst braving the dangers of the Imperial City are more likely to receive a style page, I don't think that this will stop non-PvPers from still going out to these vaults with tons of key fragments in hand to try their luck at getting some sweet style pages. And hey, non-PvPers may still venture out with some Telvar on them to better their chances anyways, seeing as Telvar is frequently given out as a daily login reward, so you don't even necessarily have to have ever visited the Imperial City or PvP'd to have any on you. And since these pages are bound, the point of the Telvar modifier loses value, seeing as PvPers won't be able to sell any of the excess style pages that they'd get as a result of having such a high drop chance modifier. At least with the old model that Zos used for the Nibonese style pages, competent PvPers that would carry more Telvar on them would be rewarded more than non-PvPers, with not as much Telvar on them, through the means of receiving a greater chance at obtaining a style page. The more style pages that are obtained, the more style pages can be sold for a respectable sum of gold. I really like the system that ESO has when it comes to the daily arena gladiator proofs that you can use to purchase really exclusive items to sell for a metric shitload of gold in-game. I find this practice highly rewarding for PvPers, whether you're looking to sell those items to make a lot of gold, or you're looking to wear the armors that you can get for yourself. These arena gladiator proofs can not just be purchased. You have to work for these bad boys by completing PvP-related endeavors, such as capturing a handful of keeps or killing 40 players, just to name a few examples. Now that is a cool way to reward PvPers, I feel. The recently implemented War Torts is another great example of how PvPers have a chance to be rewarded with unique and exclusive rewards. The more time you spend in Cyrodiil, the more likely you'll stumble upon a glowing green book that, when interacted with, produces a recipe worth millions on PCNA. The more battlegrounds you spam, the more likely you may get that incredibly rare tome worth something ridiculous like 20 million gold on my platform. I wish that ZOS drew more inspiration from these models of rewards, instead of creating the illusion that an item would be exclusive for PvPers because of the fact that it's untradeable. I mean, if they insist on going that route, perhaps following the Battlegrounds style model would be best, since you truly can only get those style pages from PvPing. I think we'll find that this won't stop non-PvPers from getting their hands on these new style pages anyways, thanks to those purchasable key fragments, which I believe will experience an increase in demand and likewise price in light of this change, mind you. Plus, PvPers won't be able to make any gold from these style pages either. I look forward to collecting this style, but it's too bad that it won't really be all that exclusive, and it's too bad I won't be able to reap any financial rewards from this endeavor either. If these Dragonguard Berserker style pages had actually followed the same model as the one used for the Nibonese Court Wizard style pages, funnily enough, this would have actually been more rewarding for PvPers. What do you guys think about this outfit? And how do you feel about how you have to acquire it? Are you indifferent? Do you not really care? Well, you should, because fashion's endgame. I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments below. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you next week. Cheers.